Okay, so tonight we're going to be talking about systems. So we're going to get back into the groove. June was one of our favorite months, and we got out of that groove, and I am ready. I don't know about y'all, but this week, November, this week sets the tone for the rest of the month and December and here on out during the holidays and everything from there on out. So we're going to get back into systems. We're going to get back into individual events. I know that we talked about this on our last team call, but we're going to get back to individual events. Don't get overwhelmed. A lot of us are going to be here to help you. All you need is 2 to 3 people, if that, to share their testimony and have that personal connection into a Zoom. So remember that. That's the first thing that you do in that with that brand new person is event. You're going to help them post, give them your hand, everything that you have, and help them post, walk them through it. The frog system is up in our Faithinator page. Look into that, kind of read into that frog system. It's pretty much when you get a brand new person, you don't want them jumping out of the water because you've given them so many things. They're like, whoa, I'm done. If you handhold and help them every little step of the way, get them on Zoom like this, one-on-one, even for 30 or 20 minutes, and be like, okay, let's reach out to 5 people right now. Make it simple. So that's the other steps. You have 1, event. 2, help them post. And don't bring up business. A lot of the people are like, well, do I have to sell, or I don't want the business, or da da. I try not to even bring that up. Don't even bring up business at all. This is about sharing. This is the thing that I talked about somebody earlier about this. I said, put your mindset of Pampered Chef on, put your Pampered Chef hat on. If you're going to one of those parties, you get free Tupperware and all these things for having an event. If you go to Usborne, same thing, you get all these books. Put those hats on if you have to get out of that mindset that doing an event for somebody is the business. It is just helping them get their products paid for. That's all they want. That is what we can help them with. Okay, so event, post, and then 3 ways. We have gotten out of that. And if you don't know, 3 ways really, really are important. They set the tone for having somebody have that other connection with somebody else other than you. It makes a difference. It really does. They have that community. They get to know somebody else. And Tiffany has a really great story that I want her to share on this right now.
Hello, everyone. So about 3 months ago, one of my wholesalers came up to me and said that she had a friend that wanted to sign up. And just not even like knowing anything about the business or whatever. So she didn't, of course, add her to the team page. She didn't make sure that we were connected. And then this week, she messaged me and said that I'm on a call. Okay, I'll be out in just a minute. Let me finish telling the story, okay? She messaged me and said, oh my goodness, my person just threatened me and said that she was going to change sponsors if someone doesn't help her. I'm like, okay, wait a second, what's going on? Like, she said that she signed someone up, and then all of a sudden this other person said that she's been working with this other ambassador. So I said, okay, well, let's get me connected with her so I can see what's going on. But I talked to the new person, and I'm not saying any names, but I talked to the new person. Stop it. I will be out in a minute. Anyways, and she said that so-and-so got her started, but then when her products arrived, like, didn't know how to tell her how to take them, didn't know anything. So she went into it blindly and had a really bad detox. So instead of finding someone on our team, because she wasn't connected to anyone, she like Googled and found some random ambassador in California that she's been working with. And I was like, well, can I see the schedule that she sent you? And it's Rosalie Gale, go find daddy. I am on a call, honey. Anyways, the schedule that she gave her was almost like she was doing intermittent fasting and other stuff. I am going to beat this child. anyways, so she's not doing any of that stuff. And so even the person in California that she's been working with is not coaching her properly. So it's super important to connect people. Now I'm talking to her. I just asked her if it was okay if I added her to our team page. Like, I'm hoping I can smooth it all over. But this is the very important reason. One, adding people to our team page, because they need that support. Whether it's a wholesale person signing a friend, coworker, whatever, or us all. Because I know there's a couple of people that I personally forgot to add this last month, and I just realized it this week. So if you need to go through your list and make sure those people are added, but also connected with, even if you don't start a three-way, just say, I want to give you this contact in case I'm ever not available, then this is the person that will be able to help. So I will be right back.
Are you sure you're not talking about me?
Nope, it's not you. Nope, you're good.
Well, I'm guilty of that.
Well, I think here's what the subject is we're all guilty of it. We have all been in that, and that's how we learn. That's how we find ways. And y'all, this is broken, so that's why it's like, anyway, I couldn't find my other ones, but I just noticed and they were like hanging. This is how we learn. This is how we learn new steps and new things. And so we can help people. The other thing is when you get a larger team, really digging into your back office or virtual office and seeing who was added last month and loving on them. Let's say it's your level 3. Who cares? Reach out to that Katie person and say, hey, Katie, I just wanted to say, my name's Cassie Howard. I am so excited to have you a part of our faith family. I cannot wait to get to hear your journey and learn more about you. I am here if you ever need anything. Please do not hesitate to ask. I just spent probably 30 minutes to an hour doing that the day before yesterday. I went through everybody last month and the month prior because I haven't done it in 2 months. And even people told me, well, I'm not doing that anymore, or I quit that, because they didn't have that support right on. So if I would have done it sooner, I might have been able to stop them and get them to come back. But I said, no worries. Just know that whenever you're ready, we are here for you. Because again, a lot of people quit because they don't have the support or they think it's a quick fix. And that's not Plexus. And so remembering that when you're signing up somebody, 3 ways are important. Get 3 ways going, and then making sure they're a part of the community and things like that, because it could make the night and day difference of that person staying and having that community for 60 to 90 days and on. So that's our system. So I'm going to, again, event. You get a brand new person, you do an event for them right away. Make it not about the business. It's about you telling and sharing your testimony. Put your Plex or your Pampered Chef hat on, or whatever other company hat on if you have to, and make it about that. Like, hey, I'm just going to share my story. You don't have to do anything. Just bring people along. It's the one thing I love to do. And get an event for them. I always tell people within the first 24 to 36 hours. You don't want to wait. That is when they're excited the most, is that first 3 days, especially when they get the products in the mail. They're even more excited then. So getting an event for them sooner than later. And if you have not got an event for them, doesn't mean you are out. You can go back to them and say, hey, there was something we didn't get to do. I would love to get that started for you, and then go from there. But don't bring up business. Never bring up business unless it's a conversation that kind of gets brought up. So event, posting, helping them post. Again, it doesn't have to be about the business. It is, hey, Diana, I would love for you to just, I'm super excited. Would you share my story? See if they would share your story to their page and say that you really love to connect with other people and help them, because you know how many other people are silently suffering. So posting, then getting that person in a 3-way immediately, saying, hey, I really want you to meet my friend. Never use upline or sponsor or anything like that. I really would love for you to meet my friend Hannah. She is wonderful, XYZ. And if I'm ever out or you have questions, she will be here for you. So those 3 things I really want you to remember. We're going to now talk about that system and break it down even more. And I'm going to share my screen. I took some time the other day. If you did not notice and didn't see it, there's units and there's topics. Topics here, if you look under system, there are 2 different systems that we're going to be focusing on tonight. The first one, we're going to do that one last. Yes, it looks like the crazy. Okay. The faith sign-up system. This is when you're getting somebody signed up. You're excited. You're getting them ready, all the things. We're going to go over that tonight. And then the next one is the faith system, as in posting and things like that. So I'm just going to read it, because a lot of the times when you're seeing this text on the team page, it can be overwhelming. And I want to simplify that for you so that you understand it and it's connected here and it's easier for you to start implementing and moving forward. So the first thing first, the faith system: post on Facebook and Instagram. Do not get discouraged when somebody doesn't like or comment on your post. I promise you people are watching. Put it in your stories as well. I always double duty, because a lot of people are watching your stories more than they're watching your feed. So if you're posting it in the feed, and sometimes people are just scrolling through those stories and yours pops up. And so make sure you do that in your stories. Reels right now are really fun and engaging on Instagram. So if you're on Instagram, I highly recommend doing a reel. I can do a test or on how to do that, or Tiffany or any of us can show you how on another team call, or ask us and we can help you. But reels are what's important right now. And that's what's getting a lot of engagement. So know that, start posting, message somebody. Everybody is wanting to, reach out and, wanted to feel like they're a part of something bigger. So if I'm reaching out to Tiffany, I'm like, oh my gosh, Tiffany, you have been on my heart and my mind lately. I don't know if you saw the testimony that I just posted about postpartum depression. I know that we talked about that a long time in the past. I know how that struggle is for you. I really think that you would connect with this person. Did you happen to see the post that I just did? Do that. Reach out to people, because again, if you're not reaching out to people, a lot of people probably aren't seeing your posts and they're not seeing your stories, but that personal connection, think of it like when you're getting a thank you card in the mail, that personal connection means the most. So do not discredit reaching out to people and starting that 3-way. We already talked about that. What do you like most about? So when we're talking about people and you're reaching out to people, like if I'm talking to Hannah and we're getting a conversation started, I'm like, hey, Hannah, okay, what are you most interested in? Or what do you know about Plexus? So I'm going to role play with Hannah really quick. Hannah, are you okay with that? Are you good? Okay. So I just reached out to Hannah and I talked to her about, a post or something reached out to me, and I'm like, you know what, Hannah, what are you most interested in getting out of Plexus? I know that you're interested, but what is it that you're most interested in? And then don't say anything and see what Hannah has to say.
Well, I was I really thought it was just about weight loss, but then I found out it's really about the root issue, of gut health. So I think I'd like to learn more about that.
And that, Hannah, is honestly one of my favorites, that people get that people miss that it's all about gut health. They only see it's weight loss. And thank goodness you're already seeing that it's not that. That irritates me so much sometimes, that, people are missing that key point that Plexus is all about. We are all about gut health. So, okay, that really helps me determine what you're looking for. So if you're looking for gut health, is it more, do you suffer with an autoimmune disease, or do you just need more energy, or start thinking and naming some things? What are you struggling with right now?
Well, definitely autoimmune, which makes me tired. So those two things, a little bit of weight gain with my autoimmune. So that.
Okay. And the beauty of it is that when you target that gut health, again, why a lot of people see us as a weight loss company is because weight falls off when you're targeting and getting to the root of those issues. So I actually have a few stories. Would that be okay if I shared a story with you?
Absolutely.
So where you find those stories, you can go to I would add Hannah either to the Real People, Real Stories. That is a wonderful page that is not used enough. Everybody went live in there, and we know how much live testimonies are. The other thing is Google Facebook. There's so many Facebook testimonies, and that's honestly where I find 99% of my testimonies, if not on YouTube. So that's where I would share with her that and be like, Hannah, great. Then I would tag her in it and give her a few seconds, say, Hannah, did you get that tag? I don't know, I just want to make sure that went through okay. And then if you get a response from her.
Well, I'm really in so many groups already, so I'm not interested in being in a group.
No worries at all. What if I could, then here's 2 options. You can screen record that for her, a testimony, like look into the Real Life Real Stories, screen share. If you don't know how to screen share on an iPhone, for mine, I scroll up and it's a little red dot, and you're recording your screen. And then I would record that testimony and send it to her privately, so she doesn't feel like she's in another group and she's not overwhelmed and all the things. Or if you don't bring up the group, say, no worries. I can just tag you in a post that I saw recently. Would that be okay? And then.
Yes, absolutely.
And then if Hannah is like, oh my gosh, I connect with her, da 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 da, then you go into pricing. This is where people get like craziness, and sometimes you lose people, but sometimes you don't. It's all about how you are confident and knowing that we have the best prices out there, and you have to be bold in that. We really do. We have great pricing. And say, no, great, Hannah, it sounds like you're really interested. I would love to get you on the phone or Zoom. Are you free for a few minutes? And then I'm gonna see what she says.
Or no, not right now. We get case said.
Okay. So if she's not ready right now, don't worry about that. Say, no problem. You know, I understand how life can get. How is tomorrow at, and then find a time that works good for you. And then how's tomorrow at 8 p.m.?
That'll work.
Perfect. I will send you the link to the Zoom. Then I know everybody's using Zoom right now. It's a wonderful feature. And guess what? I love a phone call, but I really love seeing your face. So it's been so long. I cannot wait to talk to you, and we'll talk to you tomorrow at 8. So get her on the Zoom. I personally love Zoom more lately than I do a phone call, because you're not having that late reaction. You don't know what they're saying or thinking on the other side, where I can see Hannah's face on Zoom. I can see her reaction by her body language and anything when I'm talking about certain things. So if we're ready to get signed up, we get her on Zoom. And then if she's like, you know what, I don't know if I'm ready right now. So she told me no. Let's say she just said no.
I really wanted all that help, but I really just, no, not right now. I think it's too expensive.
Okay. I understand. You know, a lot of people can go through that, and they see that upfront cost, and, you know, no worries. I can actually send you a sample. I can send you 2 sticks of Slim, which is in your Engage app, and you can send that very easily. But would you be free to come to one of our Thursday night events or whatever, and have her come to a testimony event? I would love for you to hear that, and I'll get those sticks in the mail for you. Would that be okay? And then,
yes. Okay.
Get her to the Zoom, go from there, and let's say, and this is all step by step. So you have this here. If you're ever talking to somebody and you're like, what do I do next, Cassie? It's all right here. So do not worry. And again, make it sound like you. People are going to know whether you're reading off something or whatever. Just make it personal to you. Okay. So you get her on the Zoom. Hannah she just watched all these testimonies, and Hannah, let's say you're super excited. Okay.
I think this is what we've been praying for.
Okay. Perfect. Well, I don't mind sending those Slims. I'm so grateful that you came in. I know that was 30 minutes of your time, but I'm glad that you came tonight. You know, this might be exactly what God might be calling you into. It was the same thing that I needed several years back. And I was just ready. I was desperate and ready. Now, I don't mind sending those samples to you right now, but I know it's going to cost me about $10 to get them into the mail and then running to the post office, and it's going to take several days. But what if I took that $10 and I just took that $10 as a discount on top of your starter pack, your welcome pack? Would you like the samples, or would you like a discounted sign up?
Tell me more about the discounted sign up.
And then you go from there. So like, what's great about the discounted sign up is that I'm going to take that $10, I'm going to pour it into your welcome pack. So it's an additional $10 off. So that means you're saving $89. I'm going to help put, because right now Sam 2020 is still working. I'm going to help cover your shipping and taxes. Would $89 sound a little bit better for you right now?
Yeah, I think that'll work.
Boom. Then you have somebody signed up when really in the beginning they were kind of tinkering on a yes or a no. They didn't know. Then they were like, let's just do the Slim. Let's just send me some samples, right? Who have all sent samples and still has not signed up a person from a sample? All of us. I can guarantee I don't send samples anymore for that reason. So bad. But it's true, because here I am pouring so much into my own supply that I have had some people that are like, oh my gosh, I think my son actually threw it away. What? So know that stuff happens, but if you can get them on a Zoom call, I don't care if you have to set up your own Zoom call. Do a testimony Zoom where you come on, you find one of us, all of us are very willing to come on for 5 minutes to share our testimony. And do it and say, great, okay, does tomorrow night at 8 p.m. work for you? Like, make it quick. You don't want them waiting. Say, hey, I would love to get you on that. And just so that you can hear these testimonies, and I'll get those, those samples out to you. Because we all know, think of like a timeshare. You go into the timeshare, you hear all these great things, and you want out, and you're like, get me into that timeshare. That sounds great. I want to be in all those houses. Same thing. You get somebody into a Zoom where they can hear these testimonies, really dive into that, then they're going to feel more connected to the products. They're going to have more belief, and they're going to feel better about what they're getting into. Because right now, all they know is what you're telling them. But now they had 3 other people tell them the same thing. So it's really good to get that going. And if you're like, oh my gosh, Cassie, but I've never done an event, or I've never done a Zoom event, do not worry. All you have to do is start one. We can help you. We can even help you lead one. And then you can from the next one out as we show you how to do that. So she's ready to join all the things. Again, then here's the system. Set her in a 3-way, get her a 3-way going, have her connect to, let's say Tiffany is the next person, have her connect with Tiffany, be like, Hannah, Tiffany is my next person. If ever I'm busy and stuff, she is always right there. I would love for you to connect with her. And then I would love to add you to our team page. It's great resources. You can always search things if you're dealing with things. We have great testimonies in there, XYZ. Would love to add you to that tonight. I cannot wait for your products to get in. Now,
I forget to. I always try to remember to add them to the team page, or like get the picture and add them. And I always say like to do a welcome post in our private team page. I always like to say private so they don't worry about other people seeing it in case they don't want to. But I forget to tell them, it's a great place to search for testimonies as well. So I need to definitely up that when I'm referring them or seeing about getting them into the team page.
Yeah, because we share testimonies in there because people just need more belief. Just say, this is a great resource that we share, about our products. We share testimonies. It's just going to be an extra resource to you that you're going to have other than Tiffany and myself. And then go from there.
That's good.
Then that next step then is getting her an event now. You just got her signed up and it's time to get her an event. And that is where, again, you're putting your Pampered Chef hat on or whatever other company you want to put on so that you get out of the mindset that this is about the business, because it doesn't have to be. Unless this person is in a pot of gold and it's that 1%er that is like ready to do the business and running with you. 99% of the time, I can tell you, all of us never wanted the business. We never signed up for the business. And so getting them started and just seeing how easy it is and getting money into their pocket could potentially be your next runner. You never know. So getting that event started right then and there. The extra cherry on top that I was going to say was track down when their order is going to be there, so that you set a reminder to your phone that, okay, remind me, Siri, that Hannah's products are going to be there in 3 days. And then Siri's going to remind you in 3 days, and you're going to reach out to Hannah and be like, oh my gosh, Hannah, your product should be there either today or tomorrow. I cannot wait. I'm super excited for you. That happened to me. I ordered some dog products and the lady knew exactly when Courtney's stuff was coming in. And I was like, how did she know that? What? And I felt extra special because of it. So know that that is an extra cherry on top that you could do and provide for that person. This is why I've if anybody has not watched the Christina video, Christina Williams, it was talking about business builders and things like that. I can send it to you because I promise you're going to want to watch it. It really makes the game changer of how I'm doing my business differently now. I love recruiting people, and I know I can do it all day long, but I've gotten to where I would rather have one person I can focus all of my attention on than 20, because it's harder for me. I get an overwhelm when I have a lot of people, when I could possibly get this person or at least 2 or 3 to silver instead of trying to work on 20. So then I'm getting events for these 3 people. I'm getting all these things, and I'm focusing and getting those cherries on top for their tracking info and all these things. So if you have not watched that video, it's super good. So that is how that works. Super easy. Go ahead.
So you were just saying getting that tracking info and stuff. So one thing, how a lot of us mapped out our goals on paper or whatever. One thing I do to try to make thank you notes easier and stuff, as soon as someone signs up within like the next couple of days, I obviously put them on the map, but then out to the side, I go ahead and just write their address on that line too. So I have that handy. So I'm not having to like look at my back office and click their name and find the address. It's already just like bam right there handy. So that was my little tip that is helping me for that.
I love that. And I really like, you could also send a thank you card then too. And there's other Joni was one that told us, a lot of us at the Cabinet Tree, is there's even online ones. And I still felt like I had a personal touch from the card she sent me. You can send an online one that sends right to her mailbox and just say, Hannah, I'm super excited for you. I know your products are coming in the mail, sent, and she gets a card in the mail within a few days right before her products come. That person's going to feel extra special when you do that. And it costs you a few dollars. The last thing that people forget is with the Engage app, Plexus emails them. So try to have people not opt out on emails. I always tell people when they're signing up that you're going to want these emails because you're going to get promotions and things that I'm not going to get. And you don't want to miss out on those extra savings and things that Plexus is going to offer you. Remember, they can always unsubscribe, but you don't want them to do that in the beginning. You want them to start out with getting those text messages and those emails because they're going to get extra benefits that you might not get. So them missing out on that, especially they get an email about the Engage app. They have three samples in their Engage app. So making sure that they get those used and say, great, Hannah, another thing is you actually have an app that right now that you can download. It's Plexus Engage. Go ahead and download that. You have 3 samples in there that I don't know if you know of anybody that might want to try these with you, but here's 3 great samples you can send to them through that app. All you have to do is put their address in and boom, send it. Done. The other thing is when I'm signing somebody up, I always talk about the perks because how many people have we gone to our perks office and they've lost like $45 worth of perks because we weren't right on it or they didn't know about it. I know I've at least reached out to several that were like, what's perks? So when you're signing somebody up on Zoom, this is the one thing that I like. When you're signing somebody up on Zoom, they can see it. You can stop on that screen and say, okay, I'm signing you up right now, and here's a beautiful thing that you might not know about, but you're getting $25 just for joining Plexus right now. Here's a beautiful benefit about being an ambassador, is you're getting $25 into your account that you can use on future products. So I don't want you to miss out on that. And then talk about, making sure you have your subscription stayed on so you don't lose those 25 perks. That's the benefit of it. You being consistent on your products, you've already told me you're going to give me a good 60 to 90 days. With that, you've earned $25. Then go to the next page, but always talk about perks right during that spot. Go ahead, Leslie.
Redeeming those perks,
Yeah.
do we still get PV for using that, or
you mean like yours or no? Like if you personally redeem, no, you would not get PV. It's just pretty much free product. It's free points. So you would.
Yeah, I got a ton, and I'm like, I should use them, and then I'm like, oh no, I need those points.
Oh so no, I built, and I have Joyome night and day coming because I built it so much. And so it's so nice when you build it to whatever you want. I mean, you could even get a whole triplex if you want to. If you keep saving it, you can. But
I'm sure. Yeah.
Oh yeah, letting people know in the beginning about that benefit is going to also help them stay longer, because we all love free stuff. All of us love free stuff. So do not miss out on that when you're signing this person up. Okay. Next thing. Okay, the Plexus sign up system. So invite. We all need to do this, and I am definitely one to need to do better at it, is reaching out. So Tiffany, do you have a hot second?
There we go.
Yay. Okay. So right here, we have examples for you that, oh, I hate my thing on that. We have examples for you on how to invite somebody. So Tiffany, do you want to role play this part? You can give examples. It's just inviting.
Sure. Are we just reading it, or are we role playing?
Yo, just read it, but like change it to my name and things like that. Like make it about, like, here's an example, but how would you tweak it?
Okay. Should have gave me a heads up. I could have read it and been prepared.
Oh, sorry.
You're good. So I would, of course, voice message, because I like people to hear my excitement, but I would voice message and be like, Hey, Cassie, I absolutely love following you and your family and your homeschool journey. I am actually going to be sharing my testimony tonight and kind of what this has looked like in my life and how I've kind of brought homeschooling into my journey. And I would absolutely love for you to come and just hear a little bit of my story. And maybe it's not something that you can use personally, but maybe it'll, sorry, I just went blank. Maybe someone else will pop into your mind that it might be something that could really help them. Would it be okay if I sent you the invite for that? I mean, just
Yeah, sure, but I'm a little busy. Like, how long is it going to be? Like,
so we try to keep it around 30 minutes, and there's going to be a fun little giveaway at the end. But not only my story will be told, but there's going to be a couple other people. But I really think that you hearing a couple people's stories and how it relates, especially with people that are in the same situations as us homeschool mamas, I just think that you would really enjoy it.
well, I don't know what day and time is that going to be?
Thursday at 8:30.
Well, I'm actually busy that time, and then this is where you can send a video right here.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I'm going to be free that time. I'm sorry, Tiffany.
Okay, well, that is no problem. We actually try to do these once a week. So if there's another week that works better for you, let me know. But if not, I am absolutely happy just to share a video with you. I could even possibly record this one if that would be better to watch it later on.
I think that would be a lot better with my schedule. I'm just so busy, you know, with the homeschooling. Yeah, and you understand that. Like, it's just crazy, and I just don't feel like I have a hot second to myself. So yes, I don't mind a video.
Get that. Normally, I work after my kids go to bed, and so I 100% understand that. And if you are okay with me recording and sending you the video, I would love to have your feedback on that. And if you share back with me what you thought of the evening, I would love to send a coffee, you know, a gift card your way.
Ooh, every mama needs a coffee, girl. You just hit me right there. Sure, I'll watch your video for some free coffee. And then this is where it's important on the follow-up. So like, let's say she sent me the video, it's Thursday night, and I'm like, girl, I don't have time. But she sent it to me right away. Like right after we got the recording link, you sent it right away because she had me written down. She knew not to let me go because I already was half interested. So here she is following up with me. So 5 minutes later, let's say, you sent it, things like that.
Well, I would probably not do 5 minutes because I'm sending a 30-minute recording.
Right.
But if you were sending like a triplex video or something like that, yes.
Yeah.
But let's just we'll just say we followed up to the 30-minute recording. And before I send it, I'm going to be like, oh my goodness. So we already got the video uploaded. When would be a good time for you to sit down and watch this? It takes 30 minutes. And then of course I would love to hear your feedback after. So is tonight good, or is there another time that's better for you?
I think I can watch it tonight. Maybe I can get back with you in the morning.
That would be perfect. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and send the recording over to you. And then I would just love to know, like, if there's anything that stands out, or if like anything was relatable to you, or if anyone popped into your head that was like, oh my goodness, this person needs to hear this story. Does that sound good?
Yeah, I can totally do that. Not a problem, girl. I got you.
Okay. And then tomorrow when you send me back your feedback, go ahead and shoot me your email address as well. And I'm going to send you over a gift card just for listening and giving me your feedback.
Love it. Now with the gift card, don't freak out. I know people are like, well, I'm not tech savvy. How do I send a gift card? What do I do? Amazon, you can do a $5 card. You can go to starbucks.com and send a $5, Starbucks. There's several options out there that are electronically now where you can just do that, or you can opt to giving her, just like we did with the samples, opt to giving that $5 or $10 off that you were going to spend on that towards her now welcome pack. So you can move it in several different ways.
And so something really quick for anyone that's listening, of course, know who you're targeting, because like I know Cassie is a homeschool mama and I'm a pretend homeschool mama. So I wanted to give her that like same stomping ground, like we're on the same page. So kind of know your target so you can make it personal for that person, because it's no longer about me. Yes, I'm telling my story, but my story is going to relate to Cassie's life because I'm targeting her. And then the gift card thing, it's just something like I've only done it a couple of times. It's not something I do all the time. But if it's like a dream teamer and you're like really trying to love on that person, I mean, I don't know about y'all, but someone wants to buy me a coffee for giving them my 2 cents, I'm going to give it to them. So it's a way to ensure that they're going to actually listen.
Exactly. And like she said, you know, that connection, whether you homeschool or not, you might know somebody that does, and finding something that you can relate to or connect to is going to make the difference in that, and sharing that testimony or having her listen to that. That'll be huge. And I think after that, when you're getting that, and let's say I sent my feedback, I thought it was great. She decides to send me a gift card. You know, the closing questions that she said, like, you know, what, you know, I'll just read this, you know, typically when they ask, you know, be confident, you know, when you're reaching back out, don't get shy, because they're going to feel that. They're going to feel like, oh my, you know, whether you're bold or not, when you're reaching back out to them, that follow-up makes a difference, whether it's a sale or not. And so being bold in that and confident is going to really change. So showing them, like figuring out what, like we did with Hannah earlier, you know, what is it that you're looking for in Plexus? I know you watched the video and I saw that you connected to Leslie's story. What is your biggest struggles that you're dealing with? And then going through that same process and going through that, and then talking about, we have all the cost objections in here as well for you. If they're like, no, we're not interested, I'm struggling financially, you can go several different routes in there. You know, if you know this person well enough, you could bring up the business opportunity then. Don't bring up business, just say, you know, I know so many people that are struggling. How I could possibly help you make, you know, $300 this month. Would that bless you? And then that would also help pay for your products too. And go from there. And again, it's all about confidence and not shying away from cost, because y'all, we are cheap compared to other companies. And I won't drop names, but we are. So know that our 199 packs are phenomenal. I always start high and then shoot low. You don't want to shoot low and then go high. I always tell people, you know, Leslie, this pack right here really fits everything that you're looking for. I always tell people go big or go home if they can, because this is the best option at a cheap price for you right now. Here's the option. Would this one work for you? It's actually on sale for $199, but for you coming and listening, I'm going to give you an additional $10 off and help pay for your shipping and taxes. And again, because that's the same 2020 is working right now. Would that be something that you'd be interested in? And if they say, no, oh my gosh, I can't afford that, then you go into the 99. Always start higher than shoot lower. And then go from there. I think that was the thing. We wanted to make these systems so easy for you that you're following that. And if you're struggling and you're like, where do I go? Or what do I do, Cassie? They're right there for you word for word so that you can tweak it and make it your own. So if you are on the phone with somebody, or if you're talking with somebody in chat, voice messaging, it's all right there. You can follow that format and not feel like you're alone. But again, you can always reach out to us as a sponsor and we can help guide you. Take screenshots of what you're saying to that person, or add us into that three-way. We can help, you know, seal the deal on that person for you as well. Then you can learn for what we're doing. And then again, when you're getting a system going and continually doing it, it'll be like second nature for you. It'll be easy and easier.
So I might have missed what you were saying through the follow-up, but with our conversation on that, so after Cassie would respond to me and give me her feedback, if she didn't give me a pain point in her personal story, that's when, before I say, okay, let me send you over this gift card, I'm going to try to find a pain point to connect, because I'm hoping at that point, she's got a little bit of an interest going through her mind. And so I'm going to try to dig a little bit deeper into her, so that way I can say, you know, like, Kathy, I absolutely hate that you have these debilitating pain and that you're dealing with that on a daily basis. And if I can't personally relate, then I can be like, but I'm so glad that you also got to hear Hannah's story because of the things that she has gone through. And I just am so excited that you got to hear her story, for the fact of whatever. I feel like I'm rambling because I just got distracted, but try to put it back onto her so that way you can keep that conversation flowing, and you'll feel it in the feedback if it's something that they're truly interested in, or if she was just doing you the favor. Like, you'll feel it through the response as to how much digging, because we definitely don't want to push people away by making it seem, like we're in it just for the sale. And that was something that spoke to me yesterday on the call, is you sign someone up, but you don't coach them, they're going to feel that they were just a one-time purchase, when you really need to be building that relationship with them and really making it about them and no longer about us. So, because I feel like so many times, especially at the end of the month, when you're signing people at the end of the month, we're not giving them the proper care, because we're like, okay, well, I got to just keep moving on because it's the end of the month and I have a big goal to hit, whatever. We need to get into this system where no matter what, we're looping back and finishing up the system after the month ends or whatever. So I know I need to loop back on some things that I probably shortchanged at the end of the month.
Go ahead, Leslie.
I don't know if this is off topic, but what she was talking about, looping back to our people. I reached out today and told everybody that I have signed since May, went back in and thanked them for allowing me to help them. And as we are in the month of thanks and giving, I wanted to give them a $20 discount on their order this month. So I was talking to Tiffany about those promo codes that are in our sample boxes,
Yep.
those things. Can you use that code more than once?
Yes.
Okay, because I've already had 2 people reach out and say yes, or here, I just got one. Thanks, Leslie. I appreciate that. I would love the discount code. Much appreciated. Hugs.
Because see, here's the thing.
So I've had,
Go ahead.
some of them have lasted 3 times, some of them have lasted 5 times. Like, you don't really know.
Well,
And so,
I've got probably 8 more boxes. So
I was going to say, luckily you have the ability to give them a new code, but keep using the same one until it says it's no longer valid.
Okay, so then hopefully they'd reach back and say, hey, that code didn't work. Oh, I'm sorry. I must have used it too many times. Here's another one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I wouldn't say that. I would just say,
hey, try this code, or
just act like, oh my gosh,
sorry.
so sorry, try this one.
Yeah, let me get you a different code. Not, I've used it too many times.
Right.
okay.
Because then it's like, oh, I thought this was about me. And now I'm hearing you've used it multiple times. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So yeah, make it about that person. The other
you want them to feel special, that you're doing it just for them.
Okay.
And
I'm going to send it out right now. I just wanted to kind of make sure, because I wanted them to, number one, I only have 5 PV in my account right now. And I'm like, they're falling off like flies. And most of their renewals started after the 13th. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to reach out before they start before they turn them off.
Yeah. And I think
Yeah.
that's the more confidence, like we talked about in the beginning, the confidence that you're in on that. And then again, the community. Go ahead. I don't care if they joined 10 months ago. Have them connect with Tiffany or have them connect with me. Put them in the team page, because then they're going to get more belief from somebody other than you. The other
Yeah.
thing is when you're signing people up to doing this system now that we have this, we're going to use it and it's going to be a forever thing, is doing a Zoom or a phone call. You know, I know people that do, and I know you do too, that do everything for that person, but then they don't see the website. They've never seen it. They don't know how to change anything. They don't know how to do anything. And I know that you're trying to help that person, but then sometimes they're not seeing it. And so they're missing that other link as well. So that's why I really enjoyed doing Zoom, so they can see the process, because if they ever want to sign somebody up, they can see how easy it was. But I would just circle back around, love on those people, let them know. Here's the other thing I brought up, I wrote down so I didn't forget. Now we have a holiday edition coming up. Like we hear you reading the codes. That's too funny.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. But we have the holiday edition coming. And so you don't want, like, for your people right now, say no worries. Now there is something big coming. I don't know what it is yet. It's launching on the 16th at 11 o'clock our time, Central Time. Would you like to know more about that and kind of see what's coming and try? It's going to be seasonal. I can say that. So you don't want to sign up brand new people for something that's seasonal and then they can't ever get it again.
So if they turn me down on the $20 this month, just say, hey, just to let you know, we're coming out with something. Okay.
Yeah, I
will
would.
into that. And can I reach out when we find out what it is? I'm so excited or something. Okay.
Everybody loves suspense. This is why you're seeing a lot of the jewels and the diamonds giving you clues here and there, because everybody loves a good clue, like the game Clue. You're trying to figure out all these things. Everybody loves that suspense. So when you're reaching out to people, you're telling them, hey, we're getting little clues every single day, but it launches officially on the 16th at midnight. Would you like me to try to get you one? You can even get their info and everything if they're interested. Or let them know that next morning, you know how crazy it's going to be. You want them to be the first one to know what it is, and then go from there. So holiday edition, the biggest thing that everybody needs to be doing right now is digging back. I don't care if people quit 2 years ago. You never know. This holiday thing might be what sparks them to try something new, because I can say that I didn't get as a big box as the diamonds did. So know that there's options that somebody might really like that was in it years ago. And so they might even want to try it and start a whole over again. Remember, they came in it for you. You are their connection. They joined you, not Sally Sue. So even if they haven't been doing it for several years or months, it's always so good to keep following up and keep reconnecting and tapping on that horse to see if they're ready to ride again. You never know. Last thing, we have 10 minutes that I want you to do. And how many people are on here? Okay, good. If I posted this master plan that I got from Brooke Hemingway, it is the planning system. It is phenomenal. If you're somebody that gets into overwhelm by reading a lot, print this out, because that's exactly what I did. And I highlighted everything that I needed to do. She breaks it down what you should be doing to plan your whole month. You can plan your whole month within, I think she had it to, an hour or less, 30 minutes. So if you do this, everybody that's on this call is going to get $5 from me, everybody. So all it is you're going through here. It is 15 minutes of contacting 3 to 5 people, 5 minutes. Like, she breaks everything down for you on what you could do. All of us, I know some days we are at our computer, at our phone, and we're like, what can I do right now? Right? A lot of us don't even know what to do. And so she breaks down exactly what to do. Check your perks reports, check credit card declines, contact them, say, hey, oh my gosh, I just don't even saw that credit card decline. I saw that there might've been a hiccup with your order, and the last thing I want is for your order not to come in, and I know you're looking forward to it. How can I help you? So talking about that, she breaks everything down so you can do. So what I want you to do is either tonight or tomorrow, Go through this, plan your month, get a calendar. A lot of us bought, in the beginning of this year, we bought planners. Go through here and set everything up on which day you're going to check your Plexus reports, which should be every day. What day you're going to do, reach out to your brand new people that might have joined last month. She breaks everything down. So just look through it and it's going to be good. Mapping things out. If you need help mapping it out and mapping out your month, because again, this week sets up your whole month and what your Christmas paycheck is going to look like. So really digging deep and getting that energy and fire going again is going to set you into what your Christmas bonus is going to look like and checks. How to rank up. We can help you with mapping things out, but go through this. Again, I said you can print it out, and I'm going to give everybody $5 if they do this, all of it, not just some of it, all of it. And don't let that look like it's a lot, because all she's doing is giving you all the words. So like messaging, what to say, things like that. But if you do the steps, all the steps are right here that you can do. So did that help you on learning the system tonight? How easy that was for a step-by-step process when somebody's ready to join, or a potential or anything like that? Did that help you see that whole process? Okay, good. Know that it's always there too. Yes, Diana.
Can you tag us on that master plan?
I sure can.
Thank you. I'm looking for it right now.
Yep, I got you. Diana, Patricia, I already tagged Hannah, Leslie. Okay, there we go. And then if you want to offer the same to your teams for doing it, I promise you it is going to set the tone for your business as well, helping them get their business going. It is a great plan for all of us. I sat down the other day and I got half of it done, and I'm going to do the rest tonight. It's just planning your month and getting it going. So, okay. Holiday edition coming up. Who is excited? Who thinks they know what's coming?
It's driving me crazy because the sizes of the boxes are just okay. So I see the diamonds and they have big boxes, and I see like you and Katie. They have